Hello, everyone. This is Iron Will Becker, and I want to welcome you to another book review. Um, so this book is the third of the three that I picked up about by Thomas Sowell, and this is Wealth. Um, Hold on a second here. Wealth, Politics, and Poverty. Let me double check that. Wealth, Poverty, and Politics, an International Perspective. Okay. Um, and I got to tell you, he does a great job right out the bat laying out some of the different countries that have problems with wealth and poverty. And I don't mean problems in the aspect of too much, but just the same kind of differences that we see here in the United States. He goes through history, takes a tour through geography, um, and really just does a good job of laying out his points. Um, Now, this book does kind of go along with black rednecks and white liberals, as well as his intellectuals and race. They cover similar points, and he really gets into some of that from a different angle or perspective. One of the things that did surprise me um, is the difference between people that live in a mountainous region and people that live like in a plains region or a prairie, and some of the different challenges that they face economically. And so it was a real eye opener to me, those differences. It helped me understand even more the things that he talked about in Black Rednecks and White Liberals, about the culture coming in from Scotland and Ireland and the Welsh, uh, kind of backwoods or rural people, if you will. And I gotta say that what the things that he talked about made sense, like in his other two books. I find Thomas Sowell a compelling author. Um, I I'm a big I'm big on facts and showing data, and he definitely goes through that, shows comparisons, does an explanation of different localities and things like that. Um, and then he talked about the politics of this and how one of the things that we're seeing here in the United States is something that has been done before in other countries, and it is that driving of people into a certain mindset so that what they do is get stuck in a broken system. And really, in a lot of ways, all three of these books cover that topic again from a bit of a different angle. Um, it's definitely a good read. I would highly recommend you picking it up and taking a read. Uh, oh, that's another thing. Another thing that he really hit on in these books, in this book particularly, is that we are equal, but we were not meant to be given equal outcomes, because that's not how life works. That's not how capitalism works. That's not how a healthy economy works. And he also talked about the importance of looking at the immigrants that have come to the United States of America, and how they, no matter what their color, what their background is, if we look at how they have, if you will, responded to coming here and their success, um, it's not a surprise to see the success that they have created, that they have developed, um, coming here. And I think I hit upon that a little bit about uh, Asians and the donut shops in California, in that region. Um, and I really want you guys to understand that there's good information here, and it will help you understand the current environment that we see ourselves in, and kind of explain some of the, we'll say, turbulence. We'll use that word, um, that we're seeing in the United States. It also explains kind of the attitudes of particular senators or congressmen, and it really gets into not specifically about specific people, but again, along ideological lines. Now, if you've watched my book reviews on the 5,000 Year Leap, I really follow Cleon Skousen's delving into the history of 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 the principles that founded America and the concepts and ideas that the founders talked about and that they brought to bear in trying to create a country that was different from anything else on the planet. And still to this day is very different. We do have the misfortune, if you will, of having people trying to take it apart. Um, and the culture war is an ugly one, um, that that only people of virtue um, can win, and that's because we would have to literally turn around where things are going. And I got to be honest with you, I have great faith in the American people that we can do that, that we can stand up for time honored values and principles that work no matter what your race or color or creed is, that if you live these principles, they will work for you. And this is one thing that Thomas Sowell talks about. You know, they've been called the Judeo-Christian values. Um, one of the interesting things about that is that the Code of Hammurabi, which was an Arabian law system, um, and I don't mean specifically the country of Arabia, but the Middle East, because I don't remember exactly where that was at, um, is built on those time-honored principles and values too. And we look at the world and we look at those values, we look at those ideas, and when we do, we should recognize truth. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it. If you're on YouTube or on Rumble, please subscribe. Um, if you're looking to connect with me on other social media platforms, you can go to Turning Leafs, LEAFS.com. And there you can book an appointment with me on through Calendly. Because if you're looking to level up your leadership, I can help you with that. So, my friends, go out and be a light unto others. Be a lighthouse. Stand for truth and righteousness. Stand for those time honored principles that make America the nation that God intended it to be. All right, my friends, thanks again for spending time with me. And I will see you guys on Thursday with another book review. Take care.